Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your tarot card reading for March 2023. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jane. Thank you all so much for being here. So March is a huge month, and astrologically, we astrologers have been looking at March 2023 for a really long time. Now, I am going to be posting the astrology segments in a separate video in the next couple of days. So this video is only going to be the tarot card reading. But if you want to get notified for that astrology segment, please make sure to subscribe and hit the little bell because there is just so much going on in March. It's definitely one of the months that's like a must see, must pay attention, must know. So anyway, this video is only going to be the tarot card reading. Please make sure to check out your sun, moon, or rising sign. And if you're here for love, you're more than welcome to check out your Venus sign as well. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into the reading. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your tarot card reading for March 2023. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what comes through. So we have, okay, well, a lot going on with that card. I feel like you're climbing this ladder, or it feels like you're climbing this ladder, and you've had some kind of a wake-up call recently. Maybe there was an event, maybe someone said something, maybe you just found yourself in certain circumstances, but whatever the case was, boom, you had this wake-up call. And you realized, because I'm seeing like you being on this ladder, but not realizing really where you were on that ladder. Like when it comes to from the ground to the goal, you were having a hard time really gauging where you were or how far away you were from attaining the goal. I think in March, you were going to have a really clear perspective shift. It's going to offer a lot of information for you to help you really understand what the next steps truly are. And I feel you're going to have the energy to do what you need to do. You're going to have the focus to do what you need to do. You're going to have the desire and the work ethic to do what you need to do. It's not going to feel hard. It's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like drudgery. Okay, this is going to feel like you are living and doing what it is you feel you're supposed to be doing, like from a soul perspective. It's going to feel maybe a little bit like you're coming to life again. Because I know that Saturn coming through the fourth house can be a little bit of a tricky transit. There's a lot of healing that happens there. And often when we are in a deep healing and a deep analysis, I'm not saying you can't succeed professionally and still go out and make money, because you can still do those things. But a lot of those things feel a little bit lackluster sometimes with Saturn through the fourth. So the real heat is starting to come back. The heat, the passion, the drive, the excitement. If you've been feeling a little detached or a little bit on, zombie mode or robot mode lately, and you've just been kind of doing what you're supposed to be doing, but you haven't really felt truly connected with your path, I think things are going to start really changing for you this month. I am feeling something pretty substantial coming together. I don't quite know what that means, but the words coming together are speaking to me real loud and clear here. Okay, we have the Hanged Man. So there is an element of consciousness. Now remember, this card signifies what the universe needs from you. And I don't know that this is really about control. This is about receptivity and just allowing yourself to be shown exactly where you are on the ladder, to be shown exactly what is coming together. Because when I say things are coming together, you may have an idea of what that is, and chances are by the end of March, you're probably going to be wrong. There's something else, something that you're not thinking of right now is the thing that's coming together. And the Hangman kind of is an indicator of like, don't expect it to look the way you think it's going to look. Because when you do that, I think you're setting yourself up for disillusionment, when really we're going for clarity. And I know we're in Pisces season and all, but we don't have to have a skewed perspective. The way to avoid a skewed perspective is by simply maybe not attaching to any perspective at all. And when we release our idea of what we think we're looking at, we tend to have incredible information come to us, and we tend to see things more clearly than we ever thought possible. I feel that this month could be really, really inspiring for Scorpio. If you let it. It could be really inspiring if you let it. In the environment, we have the King of Wands. I love a King of Wands for you, Scorpio. It feels like an equal match. Like this is someone who really sees you, who challenges you, who inspires you. This is someone who makes you want to be a better person. They make you want to, really go out there and conquer the world. And I think there's a nice, really creative flair that this person offers into your life. They offer the sense of adventure, the sense of passion. They really do want to go out there and conquer the world a lot of times. And I feel that this is a kind of an equal match, but they are also really different from you too. This is someone who could offer you really, really different advice that maybe you didn't know you needed. I also kind of am feeling that they might be coming and seeking your counsel as well, that there's some kind of a mutual exchange going on. You help them, they help you, because maybe that's what you do for each other. You just provide a totally different way of looking at something for each other. And you challenge their view of the world in the same way that they challenge your view of the world. I think that's what Scorpio needs right now, is someone to come in and challenge the way they're seeing something. Challenge the way, like Scorpio, because it's Mars ruled, there is a little bit of that threat of getting tunnel vision. Okay? It gets locked in on something, and man, can it go after it. But sometimes it's important to hold up and just kind of expand a little bit. And I think as the sun comes in contact with Neptune, middle March, as the sun connects with Neptune, that's probably when that perspective shift is really going to hit before Aries season. Let's see what else. Let's see what comes through for Scorpio. Got the Three of Wands. Why am I feeling like Scorpio is standing here and being like, I know the ships are coming, but I have no idea when they're coming in. I have no idea who's bringing them, and I have no idea what's even on them. There's something really weird happening. Like you're not able to feel like what your future is going to be. And it's like, that if you work or do certain things, that you have some, like obviously if you go to work, you're going to earn a paycheck. Or if you start a business, okay, you might be providing a service and you might be able to make money or whatever. But I think beyond the kind of the normal stuff, Scorpio's having a really hard time seeing what's coming down the line. And maybe that is challenging your desire to try to control something. The Lovers with the Two of Cups. I love these two cards. Now, for those of you who are interested in love and romance, and I know that's not everyone, but just bear with me. it is possible that the King of Wands is someone who is coming down the pipeline. And you are literally sitting here being like, I have no idea when this person is coming in. I have no idea how. I have no idea what I need to do in order to bring this person in. I have no idea, no idea, no idea, no idea. And you're just going down the whole list of all the things that you have no idea about. And yet here they are. For others of you, if this is not romantic, this really might be a professional partner that comes in, or someone that expresses interest. I do think Scorpio is in for some kind of a surprise. And it's going to put you in a position where you're going to have to make some choices with that Lover's card. Bare minimum, like if this does not manifest in a huge way, bare minimum, this is going to be a really intriguing conversation that you're going to have with someone. A conversation that maybe changes the course of things. It changes your decision-making process. It changes your direction and therefore changing your life. But I do think this is pretty substantial. Now, I did say the King of Wands is someone that you can see eye to eye with, right? And I see that with the Two of Cups. I mean, the exchange here is really high quality. If this is like a potential client, okay, first of all, there's a lot of money associated with the King of Wands. They have a lot of resources. They have a lot to back them up. So the fact that you're meshing so well with them really tells me a lot about you. Okay, like Scorpio, you're doing really, really well. And maybe you needed to hear that. I don't know. Maybe you needed a little bit of that validation. Like you're doing really well. You are performing well. Life is going well. Even if things are beyond your control right now, you're at least on an upswing. Okay, you're at least on an upswing, bare minimum. There is something about choices. Something about choices. See if we can get some more information. Okay. I feel like this Lover's Two of Cups is kind of forcing you to get out of or off of the original track. And I think you want to get off of that original track because I don't know that it was really going anywhere. It's like you were kind of on that ladder, just sort of hanging out, and you were kind of getting tired of like being in this same spot. So I think you're really grateful that this is coming in because at least it's shaking things up. At least it's making things interesting. But I also think there is a quality of you that's holding back. Now, if this is a love or a romantic thing, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. We do have, fifth house activation for you with the sun. So if you are out there dating, if you do end up connecting with someone, there might be some skepticism. Being skeptical of what this could be and all that kind of thing. And I see the stubbornness coming out. This is going to challenge you, okay? This is going to take you out of the tunnel vision. And like once you get out of the tunnel, there's that choice. Well, do I want to go back in the tunnel because it was kind of serving me okay? It was serving me well. Or do I continue to venture off without this tunnel? Which can be scary because there's not a lot of boundaries there. And it just feels like you're kind of in this wide open expanse. And you definitely don't have control with that. And I feel the initial reaction for you here is to immediately protect. Nine of Wands. You're immediately going into protection mode. You're going into cautious mode. Immediately nervous. Immediately feeling like you have to put up some kind of wall or a facade or something like that. But the thing with the King of Wands is they're going to see right through that. They're going to see straight through it. They have a way of making you feel really vulnerable, right? Literally, your hands are tied behind your back here. Like when you're in the presence of the King of Wands, you can't fake anything. because they know how to really read you. They know how to look at you and know what's going on. They know what you're thinking and feeling. They pick up on energy so well. Hide as much as you want, you can't. I also think the King of Wands has a knack for getting Scorpio to talk. Now, Scorpio, the whole like secrecy thing is really kind of iffy, right? I say 50% of Scorpios are super secretive. The other 50% are like way oversharers. So for those of you who are more secretive, this is someone that you're not going to be able to keep your mouth shut around. But if you tend to be more oversharing, I feel like it's going to go the other way, and you're going to be really nervous to talk. Like it's going to have an opposite effect on you. But whatever the conversation is, it will go well. But I think because it goes well, that's a little bit why you kind of feel a little closed off, okay? It's a little disorienting to be connecting with someone that well, or to be so on the same page with someone, or to want the same thing as someone else in a way that flows so easily. Now, let's say if you are married and you happen to meet this person, there may be a little bit of a boundary blend going on where you're married, so you're not wanting to have an affair, but yet this is someone that really sparks you. And it might kind of get a little confusing, and that might be why you have to really affirm that boundary even that much more. Okay? But that's okay. Everyone's going to have a different story of how this manifests. But with the Two of Coins, there are choices on the table in terms of how to proceed. Okay? Do you want to stay in the tunnel? And if you do stay in the tunnel, you might be rejecting something that has a lot of potential here. Or do you venture off into the great expanse? And if you do, are you willing to be vulnerable? Are you willing to kind of be in a place of weakness? Let's see. Ace of Coins has been coming out quite a bit for the past few signs. Six of Wands. Five of Swords. There does seem to be a lot of doubt or fear or something strange around what's going on here. Five of Swords, it does not make me feel... It's very contradictory to what's going on up here. You might be overthinking things, or someone might be overthinking things. If it's not you, it might be someone else. But I do think there's going to be something really great put on the table for you, some kind of an offering. And now the Ace of Coins, remember, is just a potential. It doesn't mean it's going to officially manifest into something huge and real. It just means the potential for that is on the table. So it's up to you whether or not you're going to take it or not. Now, with the Six of Wands, I feel, Scorpio is going to take it. They're going to take it seriously. They're going to really appreciate what is being presented to them. Now, remember what I said, like something is coming together? It might be like the coming together of two really similar minds. Similar but different. Different but similar minds. The coming together of these two minds. The coming together of a project. The coming together of a client service provider relationship. The coming together of a romantic relationship. I feel that there is a gravity, and that gravity is what is needed to pull you up that ladder. For some reason, I feel that this person represents the top of the ladder, or it's at least a piece of it. So when they're offering an Ace of Coins, you're going to take it and you're going to do well with it. But even with that Five of Swords, there's still a lot of trauma that's surfacing. This is really going to challenge your sense of self-worth. It's going to challenge your belief in your dreams. It's going to challenge you to I'm seeing an acceleration with all of this. Like Scorpio, your dreams are accelerating. Because if you haven't seen like your manifestation, like if that needle hasn't moved at all on your manifestations, something is starting to budge here. Something is starting to warm up. And you may have been waiting for a long time for your manifestations to come to fruition. So I think the fact that we're seeing some of this stuff coming through is really, really, really positive. And it's a positive indication that like all the work you've done, like it's working. It's working. It truly does and is having an effect on your life. Okay? I think this is good news for most of you, but you are going to feel probably a little out of sorts. Okay? But that's okay. You can handle that and you'll familiarize yourself. It's fine. Getting a little uncomfortable, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's take a look here at the clarifiers. So the clarifiers are the cards we will cover in the comprehensive reading. The link for that will be found in the description box and the comment thread down below. So let's take a look here. We usually talk for another 25 to 30 minutes with these cards, just FYI. So it's kind of like a whole second reading. So let's take a look at this Hanged Man. What else does Scorpio need to know about this Hanged Man? We have the Moon. We have the Ten of Coins. And the Three of Cups. Now over here in the environment, what does Scorpio need to know? Five of Swords, okay. A Nine of Coins. Six of Swords, okay. So let's take a look at the Three of Wands. Okay, there's the Ace of Coins. So you didn't even know what you were waiting for, and yet here it is, Ace of Coins. I do think that Ace of Coins is going to be somewhat surprising. Somewhat surprising. Unexpected. Lovers, beautiful, Six of... Ooh. That's a really good combination. Okay. Okay. Two of Coins. What does Scorpio need to know? Ace of Knight of Swords. Okay, I'm definitely seeing like a fight or flight situation going on. Okay, another Five of Swords. My goodness, Five of Swords all the way through here. Two of Wands and another Six of Wands. Tower. Like, I'm sorry, Scorpio, but the construct of your life is just simply no longer going to be what it was. You're going to be a different person at the end of March, okay? Even if it's just a mindset shift, something big is changing. A lot of pages coming through. A lot of things for you to consider. Well, we officially got every single page. Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay, well, lots to talk about with this reading, you guys. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you all so much, Scorpio. You guys know I love you. Have an amazing month of March, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.